Hello, everyone, and welcome to the latest episode of the Video Game Choo Choo podcast. I'm your host, John, and this week we got a packed house. We got 4 people, including me, so you know it's going to be a good, enjoyable episode that everyone can enjoy. Folks, with me this week, Michael is here.
I have this energizing raspberry citrus with coconut water.
Oh.
It's okay.
That does sound pretty good.
It's alright. It's not really. It's
is
serviceable.
Is it at least keeping you energized?
No, I recently had my soul ripped out before the podcast when you all were tanking me with terrible, terrible things you found on the internet. So nothing
Rose,
can energize me ever again.
Yeah?
Rose, you're here.
Yeah, I'm sipping a delicious Code Red.
Rose, would you like to explain what happened?
Oh. Michael didn't know about the Onceler.
I knew the Onceler existed.
Well, the new Onceler, Neo Onceler, as we'll call him now.
Great.
You know, the one from Tumblr. He's only from Tumblr. He's not from anything else.
We need to be careful here because we are treading on some ancient grounds that we shouldn't stir up. Scott, how do you feel about what's been going on?
I'm feeling very, very spooky this Halloween time. So if you could please just call me Wolfman for this whole episode.
No.
How much are you willing to pay me?
How much you want?
$100.
Only if it's Bitcoin. You fine with that?
No.
Oh,
Hello,
okay.
Scott.
Hey.
Listen. Some horrible things may exist in the world, but here in Video Game Choo Choo, it's all good and fun. We talk about things that interest us
The Onceler?
during the week. We don't talk about the Onceler. I just told you that we are not stirring up the ancient evil. Like, I know this is Halloween, but like that is a fear that we should not transgress upon.
Do you think people have like fears of Dr. Seuss characters and like the look of that? Like universe?
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm
It's like trypophobia.
Like if they went to like Universal Studios that has like the Dr. Seuss land, that they would go there and be just terrified.
I had siblings
Seussiphobia.
who were afraid of the E.T. ride there at Universal
Oh, good.
Studios, which, to be fair, legitimately frightening.
The ride or just E.T.?
The ride, like with all the little baby ETs and stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
You might need to go further into this.
No, there's the ride,
I need to know.
and it has like you go with E.T. to E.T.'s world, and you save it.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of little baby ETs and other weird aliens, and I had siblings who were like terrified of it. Like again, understandably.
I remember when I was a kid, I was scared of E.T. I was scared of E.T. specifically on this like football commercial because like he was like crawling out from behind a car, and that scared me.
That is really scary.
No, you're gonna have to edit all this out or leave it in. I don't know. My girlfriend's cat is meowing.
He's going
Very
fucking hard.
loudly.
Yeah.
He's carrying around his toy shark.
Aw.
He's now just collapsed at the bottom of the stairs.
That's cute.
That is cute.
It's cute or sad.
He makes no. He's having fun.
Oh,
It's good.
There he is. Yep. He wanted everyone to know the video games he's been playing.
What's his name?
His full name is Elio, but everyone just calls him Boo.
Oh,
That's an interesting shortening of it, but I'm all for it, honestly.
I didn't have any hand in the naming.
Mm-hmm. Sounds very cute.
If you want, I can get up and try to like shoo him upstairs.
I'm sure that Niall would deeply appreciate it.
Yeah, let me do that real quick.
Okay.
Jonathan.
I think it was either a football or a basketball. Like it was either like the Final Four commercial or like a Super Bowl commercial with E.T. in it, and he like came out from behind a truck, like bouncing a ball or like kicking it or something, and he was just like groaning. And I had never seen E.T. before because I was so young, and just this fucking creature just going, and like you didn't see it was scary. It was really scary. So I completely understand, Rose, about your siblings' fear of E.T.
There were like a lot of them too. I think that's the scary part, is like, because it was E.T.'s planet, right?
Yeah.
And wait, there's more than one E.T. on the E.T. ride?
Yeah, on the E.T. ride, you go to E.T.'s planet.
Huh.
Okay. On a bike?
No, kind of. It's like one of those, you know, like what I'm talking about, the rides, like the Peter Pan ride at Disney World, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That? Yeah, it's like that, but like, it's like has a bike in the front, and they're like, oh, welcome to E.T.'s planet, asshole. Like, have fun. And you just go around, and then there's some sort of like drama going on. It's like a dark E.T., I think.
Dark E.T.?
Dark E.T. Shadow E.T.
And then all at the end, all the ETs is like, woo, you did it, woohoo, and then it ends.
I was going to ask, as an avowed fan of Shadow the Hedgehog, are you more partial to Dark E.T. than regular E.T.?
Absolutely, yeah. Dark E.T., he probably has a reason for what he's doing.
Does Dark E.T. have a gun?
No, he probably has, like, he loaded his, like, finger thing. You know how E.T.'s finger thing heals people? It's probably, like, that one kills people or something.
Damn. So, according to that logic, are Cuphead and Mugman Dark ETs?
Ooh.
What? No, they're not ETs. No, they're not even ETs.
Are they extra? We don't know. Like, we don't know, like...
No.
I guess...
You can assume they're just terrestrial.
Yeah, they're on their planet. They're not. They didn't like land. The opening of that game isn't them landing in a spaceship.
I think it's weird that they're Cuphead and Mugman, and then no one else is like a cup, and their grandfather is a kettle.
Yeah, he birthed them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or maybe like it's a grandfather, so right. So maybe like he married into a cup family, which makes sense because he pours.
I think we should think about the genealogy of Cupman and
it's Cuphead and Mugman.
Cuphead and Mugman.
Come on,
I'm sorry, Rose.
Jesus
Cupman,
Christ.
Mughead.
If a kettle, what does a kettle have to mate with in order to make a cup?
Anything.
A saucer, right? Like a little
tree.
tiny plate.
Yeah.
Just absolutely taking it to the saucer. Goodness gracious.
If this pantry is a rattling, don't come.
No!
A tattling.
God. I'm really excited for the Cuphead DLC now.
I'm not. Oh boy.
No wonder at the end of the game they said that's a story for another day.
Bumping the rating up a couple of levels weekly.
Cuphead
Rose,
Triple X.
Rose, since we've already besmirched the good name of Cuphead,
Yeah, what the hell?
why don't we go ahead and talk to you about what's been interesting you lately? Because I know one of those things is Cuphead.
Oh yeah, I played all of Cuphead, all of it, and I got a rank A on almost everything.
Nice.
I didn't even try to do that. I just did it because I'm a perfectionist.
Wow.
Very good gamer.
Hell yeah. So that game's great. Everyone says that, and it's true. Because it's not like Dark Souls, some people say. It's just Gunstar Heroes. That's what it is. I don't know if any of you have played any Treasure games. I've only played Gunstar Heroes.
Yes. You should play Alien Soldier.
Oh,
you would like
yeah,
that.
everyone likes Alien Soldier. Well, Cuphead's good.
Yeah, it's like Cuphead, but not.
Yeah, you're an alien soldier, I'd imagine.
Yeah, you are.
I thought we just determined. Wait, is Cuphead an alien?
No, Alien Soldier's an alien.
Soldier.
Cuphead is not the alien soldier. Cuphead is like the alien soldier. Kind of like how E.T. is like you or me.
So, an alien soldier, are you the alien, or are you
You're
a
an
soldier
alien
killing
soldier.
aliens?
Yeah.
All right.
Aliens have soldiers, Michael.
Why did they just wait? Why is it named just after who you like what you are?
I don't know. Why is Mario
Like
called
Star
Mario?
Wars isn't named after like Jedi people. Like, that's not the name of Star Wars.
Yeah, but like Mario is Mario.
Sometimes.
Super Mario.
Why do people name anything Michael?
Why is it The Legend of Zelda when you play as Link?
Yeah. Explain
Because
that to me,
it's-
Michael.
Because it's not about Link, it's about Zelda and how important she is.
Why is it called Metroid when you play as Samus? And it's her
'Cause
story.
You're killing the Metroids.
What about the one game where there's no Metroids in it?
That one can just be thrown out. We can throw that one out.
That's it, right?
Yep.
Huh? All right, Michael.
Burn it.
I'm sorry.
An intellectual checkmate.
Oh wait, hey, Zelda's not in Link's Awakening.
Ooh.
She is, you just didn't play it enough.
Well, I thought it was.
I actually have
no,
I have no clue
I'm
if
pretty
she
sure
is.
it's that other girl who turns into a seagull.
That's Zelda.
That's not Zelda. It's like Dream Zelda.
The Zelda's the seagull, not the girl.
Chain Chomp's there.
That game is called Link's Awakening DX, right?
The
think
Game Boy Color one is
The re-release.
Yeah,
Game
Yeah.
Boy Color. How come Degeneration X isn't in it?
They are.
Oh, okay.
yeah. You just have to go to that one house in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just yell "suck it" over
Yeah.
and over again.
It's really
Controversial
fun. It's a fun
decision from Miyamoto.
He
Yeah, they-
really loves just the phrase "suck it."
game. Yeah, there was an Iwata Asks, and Iwata was just like, "You really pushed to put famous '90s wrestling faction Degeneration X into Link's Awakening DX." Laughs. Like,
yeah, it's just Miyamoto laughs also.
Miyamoto yells "suck it," and they move on.
he doesn't even answer the question.
No.
Ooh, back to Cuphead, actually.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Also featuring Degeneration X.
Cuphead also a game named after who you are in the game.
Yep.
It's a really good game. I think like some of the bosses rely I appreciate like randomness in games, obviously, because especially in a game where you're like trying the same thing over and over again, it's good to have like a little bit of a mix up. And there are good fights like that in that game. There's a fight where you fight like a sweet shop, like just a whole sweet shop.
Nice.
And they send out like a bunch of different enemies to fight you. And it's different order every single time, but it's the same patterns from the enemies. So you can still learn it, but it's not going to be boring, basically.
That's the one with like the Pac-Man gumball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that was a good one.
Yeah, like there are a lot of good ones like that. And then there's like bad ones like I didn't like the dragon that much. In World 2.
I remember not like hating the dragon.
I didn't hate it either.
It was just frustrating because it is because of the randomness of like
The cloud placements and stuff like that.
yeah, the cloud placements, and I had the same problem with the honeybee.
Yeah, me too.
Because some of like those platforms, the honeybee is like it scrolls down slowly, and so you have to constantly jump up the platforms. But sometimes they will be missing, and it's normally that's fine. But when like 2 or 3 are missing in a row, and it's like great. If I hit the bottom, I lose a health, and that's just frustrating.
Yeah, the other frustrating thing with that one for me was specifically like depending on where she drops down, you're going to have an easier time. Like if she drops down and something makes the circles, like you can pretty much just like nail into her for like a good 30 seconds without even worrying and get free supercharges from the orbs. And then like, but if you get the one where she goes down in the middle and then she's launching missiles, you have to spend a lot of time dodging and hoping that those platforms are in a good enough order for you.
Yeah, I think I had the homing shot on that one because I had the homing shot in the lob, and so the homing shot would occasionally get her when she was in the middle, and then I could run away for the police B cop at the beginning and just kind of hit him, and then switch to lob when he wasn't doing anything, and then same with her when she was just on the side. I just fucking lob shit at her all day until she finally did something. That was the thing with all of those was I always found some item, some combination of something would negate whatever I was having trouble with, so that
absolutely.
I could at least do some damage.
I ended up using like towards the end of the game, I realized that you could use the boomerang and the lobber have like really slow rate of fire, but if you mash the change weapon button, it removes that like penalty. So you're just firing like a ton of these high damage things over and over again, and everything just like melts next to that. Like it's really, while it doesn't work for every fight, because like you said, like there are like certain fights where you want to use different weapons. Like there are fights where you just want to use the basic one. But for a lot of the bosses, like the second to last boss in particular, it was really helpful to have that combo I could do on things.
Yeah. I'm finding the spread shot is probably the most, for most of the bosses, is the most overpowered.
Yeah, absolutely.
And overpowered in quotes.
Yeah, like it's just the most accessible and easy to use and strong.
Yeah, you just run up on fools and just say,
Hold
how about
it
these
down.
bullets?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's good. How do you feel about the supers? Because I only like the first one. I think the other two are like not very useful.
So what, like the first one's like a big beam, right? And then the second one is
your invincibility. Yeah.
What's the third one? Because I have it, but I've only used it once, and I forgot I was equipped, and I was like, oh, that's not a beam.
The third one like summons like a Cuphead genie who like floats above you, and I don't know what it does. Every time I've tried to use it, it just flies off and does nothing. I'm assuming it's like if you use it right, it like homes in on something, or I don't know. It's weird. The beam's really good.
The beam is really good, but there are spots that I thought it was like it didn't behoove me to use it. The dragon, for instance, because the last part of the dragon, when he's on the left and he's just shooting like it's like a wall of flames on the left. All the clouds that you're supposed to be hopping about like back and forth are moving to the left. And then he's shooting these a parade of fireballs, and they occasionally randomly jump up at you. And so to sit there with the beam, have all the platforms moving out from underneath me, like it just didn't. I don't know. I think I just popped the invincibility and just like eat these fucking bullets, you piece of shit.
Sure. I totally buy that. The dragon is, I think, the fight that ended up taking me the longest, really. And I might have done better if I had the invincibility. I think I just ended up getting to a point where that was when I figured out how to do the rate of fire thing. So I basically just, like, the second phase went by, like, whoosh. So I just had 3 health for that last stage. So I just kind of cheesed it by, like, having that much health. Have you gotten any of the health upgrades?
Like, I have one that gives me the extra heart.
Yeah.
But that's it. I have that one.
Okay. I never ended up getting that because I saw it said, like, oh, it reduces your damage. And I was like, nope.
Oh, I don't even remember that.
Yeah.
I don't even remember that being a negative. It's I would do it when I would just need it. Like, I would need that extra, like, the prolonged, all the other stuff, like, constantly, like, running around. It's just like, I just need this. So.
All right. Yeah, Cuphead's a great game. If you haven't played it, I recommend it. It does have a simple mode. I don't know how simple it is. I think I tried it on a couple of the bosses, and it did seem a lot easier, like less hectic patterns and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it cuts out some of the like segments of the fight as well.
Yeah. And like it looks really nice. So like if you just like the aesthetic of it, like you can get away with just playing on simple. You can't play the last 2 bosses on anything but regular. But at that point, you probably have enough of an idea. I only think the second to last boss is really hard. The last boss isn't that hard. But I don't know if I'll play more. Like I said, I almost have all A ranks, and then you unlock like expert mode or something. And then I saw if you A rank everything on expert, you get like Technicolor mode, that's cool. But I don't know if I'll do that.
Yeah, I think if you beat all of the side-scrolling missions without killing anything, you get the black and white mode. I think that's how you get that. All right. Anything else that's been interesting you this week?
Not really. Just playing bunch of games. Started Until Dawn. That's pretty good.
Nice.
Started Layers of Fear. It's also pretty good. I'm trying to play some horror games. It's the horror month, as they say.
What about
Yeah?
a small village on your phone?
Oh, yeah. Well, you see,
Yeah.
it's kind of scary because I had to download an APK from the internet. But when I downloaded this APK from the internet, I could play Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, I believe it's called.
I have no clue.
For the phone, which was announced this week and came out, and it was said it was coming out in late November, but it came out in Australia the day that they announced it.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Just Australia?
Just Australia, and I've been hearing from people around the internet that apparently a lot of Japanese companies release smart apps in Australia because it's a small population, it's English speaking, and it's right by Japan. The same time zone and everything.
Yeah, it's a good test market.
It's like a really good place for them to put it. That said, it's still really fucking weird because I was expecting it to be like a demo, right? But it's the full game, as far as I can tell. That's a fun little game. It really is just kind of like Neko Atsume, but you actually play it.
Yeah.
We're just like, that's not
All
a
right.
burn on Neko Atsume, because, like, it's nice to have a cute little thing, but, like, hey, you can, like, fish exactly how you fish in Animal Crossing, you can catch bugs exactly how you catch bugs in Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
How are you controlling it? Like, is there? I assume there's not like a joystick on the screen or something. Is it just tap?
It's just tap and drag. You can like tap to just make it like follow the route or whatever to it, or you can just drag to like walk like normally.
Okay.
I was wondering about that because most of the games where I have to do that, I don't really like it. Like I tried playing Final Fantasy Tactics on the phone, and that wasn't very fun. But I think it works a lot better for this because you're not really having to be afraid of making the wrong decision by like moving. Like it's really hard to even not catch a fish. Like they give you such a long window. This isn't like in Animal Crossing when it's like, oh, I didn't go quick enough. It's basically like, oh, it's the tap time where you have like 5 seconds to tap it. It's really cute though. I think it's like the best looking Animal Crossing game yet. Like New Leaf looks really good, but I think this is like really crisp.
Yeah.
In a way that it wasn't. And I stopped playing it a little after I played for like a good hour or so and like just got a good idea of what it's like. The timers in the early game don't seem long at all, which is what I expected because I said like when it announced, I said to y'all like, if it's like Fire Emblem, it's totally fine because I've done all of Fire Emblem Heroes without even feeling like I have to spend any money. And it really does feel like that. Like, Animal Crossing already has a lot of timers, and these are, like, even faster than that. So, like, in Animal Crossing New Leaf, it takes, like, 3 days for you to get your fruit. But in this game, it only takes a day. Maybe it gets, like, ramped up if you have, like, perfect apples or something, but so far it's only been a day. And
it's very much like one of those psychological things where
absolutely.
It's going to feel longer because the timer's actually there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it is kind of weird to be just walking through the thing and it says like right over like the apples like, hey, it's just 23 more hours till you can get some good apples again, Just 23 hours. Well, what happens if you click on the 23 hours? It says, you got any fertilizer, buddy?
I think the difference is if there's no timer, it just feels a little more relaxed.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
Oh, the apples aren't in yet. But if you're playing like Animal Crossing, you're running around your town, you're running around like the same areas, doing other stuff, and then you suddenly see like, oh, the apples are back. Like there's a little bit of discovery with that, and it also adds like to your mental tasks of, oh, now I need to pick apples, but I can't do that today. I'll do it tomorrow. Whereas this is very much, I wonder if like the timers is gonna take away the feeling in normal Animal Crossing and just add like a weird rigidness and a different kind of anxiety to that kind of game.
What I wonder is like if that was done intentionally in order to create like the sense of needing to come back on a more regular basis, or like adding that like psychological incentive of maybe paying money to make this go faster, or if they saw that as a regular trend in the mobile market and were like,
Totally.
That is something we need to do in order to make this successful as a mobile game.
Totally, yeah. They did it to make money. Like,
yeah,
they did it to convince the 10% of people who will look at that and go like, here's $100. Never tell me an apple tree needs to wait 24 hours ever again.
Sure.
Like that's what it's for.
What I'm saying though is like, is it necessarily like predatory and more like this is a thing that's so common that it kind of feels like it's mandatory on a mobile platform?
Well, is that true? Because Nintendo did like Mario very differently, where they said, here are these free levels. If you want to play more, pay us. That is not what mobile games do.
But
So
but Animal Crossing is a game that like lends itself to timers.
I think,
And like throwing that in regardless seems like it seems like just a like
seems like an easy way to make money.
yeah,
Is what it seems
absolutely 100%. But also it's like it seems less like a predatory thing and more like this just seems like a natural conclusion.
yeah, you can get like
Seems-
the stuff in the game like pretty easily. There are daily goals and like weekly goals and overall goals that you can do, and like the daily goals seem pretty substantial. Like they range from like, hey, you get 3 more peaches or something if you do this, like this repeatable thing that you could do, or you can get like 5 batches of fertilizer by doing 3 favors, and doing 3 favors takes like 3 minutes. It seems like I would worry more about the timers and the psychological effect on that if it wasn't already so easy to accomplish like what the average player would want to do. Like,
Sure.
it's absolutely
It's
going
balance.
to be going after like whales and stuff like that. People who are like
Totally, yeah.
super into Animal Crossing, but people who are super into Animal Crossing were already whaling on like Animal Crossing amiibo cards and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah. It's how mobile games work nowadays.
Yeah.
Is it's either that or you rip something off. Like I play Star Wars Heroes still. And it's just like that. Like I have a bunch of the premium currency. I earned like probably once a week a premium pack just from doing normal everyday stuff. And I progress at a regular clip. And I earned the little tokens. I have like 700 of the tokens that let you skip and skip certain battles. And it's just like, yeah, I just do this every day and I end up getting more and more. But I also had to put like multiple months into it just to get there. Whereas if I didn't want to do that, or if I wanted to level up certain characters, I could just probably spend a lot of money.
sure.
I just don't want to, because to me, like, I guess to some whales, the end game is skipping all that. But like, isn't that a video game? Is doing all that grunt
that's
work?
exactly how I feel about like the Animal Crossing purchases. Is like it's kind of like how I felt with a lot of like AAA games that have like the paid money to skip the timers or something like that. It's just sort of like,
Ugh.
so I want to not have a reason to play this game sooner. Like I don't.
Yeah.
I think like this game's gameplay is just Animal Crossing, so it's like kind of just enjoyable. So it really is a situation to me with this game, and like it was with Fire Emblem, where it's just sort of like, I don't know why you have to spend money. Like they just,
different people approach games differently.
Yeah.
You know, they come to that for a different reason.
But
for some of them, it is the end game.
yeah, sure,
It's like an MMO.
I guess.
It's like an MMO. Mobile games are MMOs. We're done.
We
figured it
closed
out.
the loop.
I have another question about
Sure.
this. So that game really seems like it fits the like vertical style of like holding a phone pretty
Oh, yeah.
well. What I want to know is, can you please turn it sideways?
I can check right now.
Give it a shot.
I can check right now. Let's see.
I feel like it's not going to work, but like
This is journalism.
This is this is
Would make a
journalism
world of
right here.
difference.
This is
Let's
not
see.
what journalism
This
is at all.
Nintendo logo. There's RVs, It's like,
Mm-hmm.
Here's something while I'm loading it. You can. This is the part that worries me about its market. You can buy villagers or special villagers with leaf tickets. Like you can pay 250 leaf tickets right now and get Tom Nook to live at your house.
Yeah, that's where they're gonna get their money. Mhm.
Yeah.
Why would you want the landlord to live at your
I don't know.
house?
He's not the landlord anymore. Isabel's your landlord now.
Trust me, Tom Nook owns you and everybody else.
You can also pay 250 for KK Slider. That seems like a no-brainer to me.
Yeah, that one's all right. I mean, everyone in the Animal Crossing universe is ostensibly owned by Nookco, right?
Is Rossetti? I don't think Rossetti is because he got shut down.
Yeah,
no
Rossetti's
one
independent.
No one owns Rossetti.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, I got my login bonus.
Ooh.
Turn that phone, though.
2 login bonuses.
Uh,
All right,
That doesn't
let's
make
see.
sense.
Nope, you
Login
cannot
once.
turn it sideways.
yeah. That's what I figured.
The HUD is like way too like focused on like I don't think you'd be able to see anything if you put it sideways.
I guess.
It still looks really good though, and it runs really well. Like I have like a 3-year-old phone or something. It runs great.
Yeah, I'm excited to give that a shot.
Yeah, I think like I'm gonna dip a little bit more into it, and then I'm gonna stop because I just want to wait for the English release, and then like get to it with the people I know who play Animal Crossing who are like, oh, I don't want to download an APK from the internet. That
Mhm.
sounds dangerous. Those crazy bastards, like what? But
I could probably run that in an emulator.
you could
Make it
probably
happen.
run that in an emulator.
Make it work.
Or just wait a few weeks.
Or
Just wait a few weeks.
Yeah.
I don't.
Be a normal person and just wait.
Yeah.
I'm really confused about like why it's such a long difference, like a month difference, basically, from when we're gonna get it versus it being out
Servers.
there.
Yeah.
You're probably
Servers.
right, but also, it's like totally done, and I buy that it's been done for a while because they've delayed this. Like this was supposed to come out last year,
Yeah.
so
Probably like servers and, Mario comes out
yeah,
or came out. So
that's actually
you want to have like some breathing room and spread things out. And
yeah.
someone somewhere has a calendar. Is like, okay, the fiscal quarter ends here. We need something for the fiscal quarter of this one. What can we do? All right, this mobile game, which will probably generate X amount of income, X amount of revenue, goes here. That's probably what happened.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I'm worried about right now for their fiscal calendar is that they just like teased a Halloween Fire Emblem banner, and that's like
They're going to make $300 million in like 5 seconds.
get ready for Halloween Tharja.
I've never been more ready.
All right, but
And by that I mean I don't really care. It's a little humor for everybody.
just a little bit of a joke.
A little bit.
A little bit. Rose, is there anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think that's good. That's
No.
a good amount of
Okay.
things that I did.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Scott, what's going on?
John, I already sent 0.00003 BTC to your tag. Can you please call me Wolfman now?
I'm gonna need you to speak in normal human language
Didn't
instead of
Bitcoins
whatever
die?
you just said.
Litecoin,
No.
sorry.
Bitcoins are alive.
I thought they, like,
there's
crashed.
like 30 cryptocurrencies. Who knows?
And then like Dogecoins cost more than it.
Well, here's the thing. I have been playing a little bit of a creeper, a little bit of a spooky old thing just to get myself ready for the Halloween season. And this little number is called Doki Doki Literature Club.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. How much do you all know about this game?
I know pretty much everything about it.
I also know
Okay.
everything about it.
Okay, I kind of went into it like knowing that there's more to it than just like the visual novel aspect to it, but I didn't seek out any like spoilers or anything, and I am genuinely surprised by the quality of this game.
That's interesting. I mean, I'll be honest, like, just looking at it from the outside, it doesn't seem that interesting. Like, I think the mechanics of, like, what it does with, like, it messes with your computer, like, that's always at least interesting on a mechanical sense. But I feel like there have been enough games that have done that without too much difference lately.
Totally,
that I'm
yeah.
just kind of like, that's not really anything yet.
Yeah.
So, I mean, does it do anything beyond that?
I feel there's a lot I really like about this game. I haven't beaten it yet. I've gotten through essentially like the first playthrough of it. It is. I spent a long time. I spent a long time during like the first playthrough of it, just like examining every tiny aspect of it, and think it's fantastic. I think it's an incredible game. Like, they do so many incredible subtle things in order to foreshadow, to like reinforce a lot of their own themes. There's so much like incredible aesthetic stuff going on that you don't really recognize until like, maybe you spent enough time looking at it. It's incredibly cool. I don't really want to spoil it, but like, if you're interested in this game, you should definitely give it a shot. It's free on Steam, but it, essentially what it is it is kind of, what's the best way to put this? It's kind of like a deconstruction in a way of the typical visual, meta narrative, of like the typical visual novel structure. And it manages to do that with horror elements extremely well. It manages to take the form of visual novels and represent them within an entirely different genre. And it does so, I want to use examples. This is really hard to talk about, but like, it does so with like a lot of incredibly simple things during the first playthrough. It tells you up ahead, like, if you're sensitive to like any disturbing imagery, you should probably like not play this game, which is like a very serious warning. But that also does a really good job of setting your expectation, because this is a game called Doki Doki Literature Club, and all the like advertising for it is nothing but just like, check out this visual novel with all these cute girls, come play the cute girl game. And like during that first playthrough, it is basically just a visual novel. And it's an incredibly well done visual novel too, where like you are genuinely reading poetry that these girls are writing in order to get a better sense of who they are as characters, and also get a deeper appreciation of poetry as a medium, which is fucking cool. Like, it's really good. And then when the shoe drops on it, like it manages to handle who the player is, who the player character is, really heavy themes of depression, and like a lot of like just really heavy stuff in such a really well handled way. Like, do you guys, I've said this before, I'm trying not to spoil it or anything, but do you guys have any like questions about it?
I have one.
Sure.
Does this have any connections to Super Mario Brothers 2?
I don't believe so.
Michael, Doki Doki means like pitter patter in English. Like the pitter patter of your heart.
So can I pick mushrooms and turnips out of the ground?
No, but you can pick the girl that you want to date.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, someone might refer to the, like, actions you do in the game as that. But
could I pick the girl who can float and fly through the level, and then that way it's easier?
In a sense.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Let's move on.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's an exceptionally well-handled game. Like, they're like, I really want people to play it so I can talk more about it.
It's free to play, isn't it?
It is free on Steam. You can just go and download it anytime.
Okay, maybe I'll look into that.
If you know what's a good game that's like that, I'm scared. Yeah. I'm scared it's like that. I'm scared it's like $2. I recommend it also. It's very it's like those Slenderman style games.
Oh, good.
But it's not like that, and it does a lot of really neat stuff with you have to like do stuff on your desktop, and it opens like Chrome and stuff. It's pretty cool. I'm just saying.
Is there a game like that, but it just like gives you a file that says like you're doing okay? Like you just open it up and it's like, good work, everybody. And it's like, oh,
Friendship.
thank you.
It's kind of like
the file of friendship, the friendship executable.
At the end of the game, it's kind of like that. I can't play I'm Scared anymore because when they went into my Steam account and they made it so I can't play it anymore.
Aw. Yeah, I have a feeling Doki Doki Literature Club is going to do something very similar.
It's probably why it's free.
I want to play it more.
Oh,
it's gone.
It's fucked up.
I'm sure there's a save out there somewhere that'll like let you refresh it back to the original. Oh,
yeah.
That's what people did for Undertale.
That's true.
Ugh.
I'm glad that you enjoyed that, though. I can see the appeal of works that are like that. That's why I like I'm Scared. It's when you get your expectations exceeded by something, and getting to see how things play with the nature of what that thing is always really fascinating.
Yeah, it's incredibly well done. Like, I noticed a lot of specific things, like even the fucking text box itself is it's such a good
Don't spoil it. Let's just move on. Don't spoil it.
Okay, folks. Scott, is there anything else you wish to discuss?
Not too much. I've been like generally pretty busy, so it's like, you know, I just like I picked that up and like started playing it with my boyfriend, and we like after we put it down, like we spent like several hours just discussing everything about what happened.
That's good.
And the fact that it's a game that like lets you do that, can like really enables that, is such a cool thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Wonderful. Is there, there's nothing else you want to talk about? Maybe a shitty wrestling game?
I've been playing a little bit more WWE 2K18. My thoughts on it haven't really changed too much. It's one of those games, a review should be coming up soon, if it's not already out by the time this podcast is up.
Mm-hmm.
Sure seemed like a game.
Yeah, it seemed like a real hodgepodge
of trash. Hodgepodge of trash.
I don't want to talk about it too much, but I was shocked when you told me that you could not buy the currency with real money.
It's wild.
That's crazy.
So there's
a lot of games have started to do that. Either I can't remember. There have been other games the past couple of years who've had what could very easily be microtransactions, and they don't let you do it.
Yeah. It just to clarify what we're talking about, there is a My Player mode that has that has the My Career and a new online like Road to Glory mode rolled into it, and in that you create your character, and that character progresses, and you use money to buy. You use like in-game money to buy more stuff. And a lot of like the best, most essential things you'd want, like new costumes for your character, and especially new moves, because like 99% of the moves, the available moveset to you is locked, are all in loot cases, like randomized loot drops. And you can get those by like getting like a daily or a weekly chest by just playing the online mode or something. But like, the chests themselves cost a lot of in-game money, and that is money you also need in order to like increase the stats of your character and buy other important skills and abilities and stuff. And like the loot cases are ridiculously expensive. It's like you move at such a glacial pace that it feels like a game that was already balanced for microtransactions, but that just didn't like. It feels like last second they just kind of pulled that out from under them after they said, hey, this game's going to have loot boxes in it. And then like a lot of the fan base went back to him and said, oh, fuck you. Why would you do that? So, like...
Wait, did that actually happen, or...?
Out on Twitter, they announced that they were going to have loot boxes in the game. They didn't say whether or not it would be monetized at the time, but just saying that they had loot boxes caused a huge fan reaction.
When was this?
It was like I want to say like a month before it came out.
Oh, there's no way you can rip out. That would be a lot to rip out.
Yeah,
I
probably,
imagine.
yeah.
Unless it was just a menu.
I don't think it's that much to rip out. You just take something off. Like, if Scott's saying, like, it takes really long to get the currency, then, like, I totally 100% buy that they just removed the payment option. Because, like, the other 2K games also have the exact same thing where it takes forever to build up the currency in the game, but then there's a separate menu where you can buy something.
Usually that's pretty heavily, like, baked into, like, there are multiple menus that end up, hey, you want to buy something? Hey, what about this? Just like a mobile game where it's like, hey, you can buy the currency, or you can buy the loot boxes, or you can buy the super premium currency, or you can buy Luke Gallows' alternative costume number 6. It's him nude.
You're right, but also... with how messy that game sounds already, I would not be surprised if it was literally like, they just like, okay, just tear it all out. Who cares what happens?
Like, a month before release, the game is, if not going gold, has been gold and being printed. So this would have had to have happened.
Yeah, but if there was a day one patch, people, like, with a day one patch regardless, people would have still downloaded the vanilla version.
Yeah, like, it's not that easy. You're not wrong. Like, 3-4 months, I could say, yeah, they may have snuck in and removed some data, but these are big, clunky, fucking hard to make games, and they already messed so much else so much else up. I wouldn't be surprised if they messed up the removal of code also. Like,
sure.
That's just a little too difficult for a game that can't even get animations done right.
I mean, with how glitchy it is, who knows? Maybe, like, tearing out a possible microtransaction caused refs not to count pins. Who knows?
If you want this ref to count to 3, pay us $5.
Fuck, that's the bleak future,
Michael,
isn't it?
don't give them ideas.
If you want to be number 25 through 30 in this Royal Rumble, give us $10. If you want to be number 1 through 10, we'll pay you $20. I don't know how this works at some point.
It feels like a dangerous precedent to set, though, putting loot cases in a game that is, like, largely targeting a teenage demographic.
That's 2K.
Yeah.
It sure is.
That's
2K.
a lot of games. That's a lot of games these days. I'm not gonna lie.
Like, yeah.
2K.
Like I
2K
said
is
about loot boxes.
the worst.
Fucking 2K.
2K is the worst.
Have you seen the Mountain Dew? Have you seen the Mountain Dew arena in NBA 2K18?
No.
All right.
That sounds good. That sounds pretty good.
There's a Mountain Dew arena. They just pulled it out. They're like, here's a special monthly thing. You get to go to the Mountain Dew gym. It's like a giant, like, shitty gym. It's like a warehouse, really. And so it's like this giant warehouse, and it's covered in Mountain Dew signs everywhere. Just anywhere you look, there's Mountain Dew. Floor says Mountain Dew. Tons of people running around.
That reminds me of, I forget what skating game it was, but there's a skating game all about, like, fighting the man, and it was sponsored by, like, Stride Gum.
Oh, like, isn't that Tony Hawk's, like, Underground or something?
That might be it. They had a bunch of...
No, wait.
Maybe it was skate?
A skate?
No, it wasn't skate.
It was Shaun White. It was Shaun White skateboarding.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I remember.
It was sponsored. It was all about fighting the man and fighting against, like, the way things are, and then it's like, Stride Gum on a billboard, like, every level.
Is that the one that has the achievement that's like, do the miracle whip? It's a move, and you get the achievement, don't be so Mayo, which is the miracle whip catchphrase of that era.
I don't know, and I don't want to know.
Regardless, back to the Mountain Dew thing. It's like this big arena, and unlike the other matchmaking modes in that game, it's not matchmaking. You have to walk up to people with a party and say, hey, you want to throw down? And, like, it's impossible to, like, pick anyone out of a crowd, because it's like, this is like a new system they made just for this mode. And it's like walking around an MMO their city, basically, inside this Mountain Dew
Great.
arena. And then when you finally get to play, it doesn't load you into like a separate, like, you know, match or something. It just puts you on one of like the 6 courts that are in there, and people can just run across the court like while you're playing. Like people like
Wonderful.
It's whew.
Mountain Dew.
You can
drink up.
pay $10 to get like a Mountain Dew basketball also.
I would
Oh
do that.
yeah.
Yeah. Just wanted to share
Sip
that.
up.
So you can know.
Thank you. Thank you.
I know you were all excited for NBA 2K18, and now it's like, well,
Mhm.
geez.
Now
now it's
I
all
guess I'm not
dirty.
picking that one up.
I mean, never mind. I was going to say something about Game Fuel, but I'm all right.
Oh, okay. Michael,
John.
what's going on with you? What do you want to talk about?
I actually didn't play a lot of games this week, so I mostly have news stories. But I did play one new video game.
Which one?
Let me make sure I call it what it is. High Hell, not Hell High. High Hell.
Okay.
High Hell comes from Devolver Digital, and it's being made by the people behind Heavy Bullets.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone's here has played Heavy Bullets. No, all right.
I think I did a little bit.
It's oh boy, I'm not sure how to. It's like it's a first person roguelike, and the bullets are your currency. So when you shoot things, you can recover your bullets, but you have to be very careful about like how many times you're shooting them and your accuracy, because you need to go spend it on stuff.
Huh.
So it's a little fast paced, but you have to be very plotting with it.
Like Metro 2033.
Yes, but less Russian.
All right. Well, like you could
It's
go either
very
way.
stylized.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, it's very stylized. High Hell. Is it High Hell? Hell High. High Hell. It's High Hell. It has the same look. It's very like cell shaded, first person shooter, fast paced, like Quake kind of fast paced. And you are just like burning through levels. I think it is meant to be speed run. And you like your objective is you start on top of a building, and you have to run through this building and either kill everyone, or I think one of the objectives is save a bunch of chimps. Another one of the objectives is kill the dog pimp. I think another one of the objectives is to rescue virgin goats. And you are like infiltrating like what is it? It's like Pitchfork or Pitch Force, a not so subtle satanic corporation. And you're just shooting everyone. You have to go very quickly because the enemies, if they know you're there, they will come find you, and they have very good aim. And a couple shots just kill you. So every enemy you kill like refills your health, but if one or two of them are nearby and you're not taking cover or like taking pot shots or hitting them, you could very easily die. I haven't gotten very far into it, but it has a style to it, like burning money for no real reason. You can just, whenever you get near piles of money, your character holds out a lighter and you can just hit the use button and you burn the money. The only other things you do is you kick doors open and you shoot guns, and that is it. It has an aesthetic to it. It has a style to it. It knows what it wants to do, and it just does it.
All right, I can dig it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dope. If you, we tried to do a video earlier this week of it after we did Party Hard Tycoon, which you can watch Party Hard Tycoon right now. But we didn't get a chance to do it, so we will record a video of. Make sure I do it again. High Hell. That is the name of it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I've really been able to touch
Sounds
Okay.
good.
with my fingers.
Mm-hmm. What other things have you played? Or
That's it
what else?
for video games.
Okay, what else do you want to talk about then?
We can just talk about the Xbox for a while and how it's had a good and bad week.
Okay, why don't we start with the bad? And
Yeah,
then
I was
get
gonna
to
say.
good?
The Kinect is dead.
Is that bad?
You said bad.
Listen, all right. Let me do the news story and then
Also,
then we can
is this
discuss it.
news?
Yeah, this is. I mean, I'll explain it, or at least why I think this is news. So, like, the Kinect is no longer going to be manufactured by Microsoft whatsoever. Whatever's in store shelves and in warehouses will be sold out, which means you can probably get a really cheap Kinect soon. And that's it. No more motion controller, no more camera, no more nothing. The reason I think this is important is twofold. One, this very much is another nail in the Don Matrick, not the actual man, his ideas. I assume Don Matrick is doing well somewhere. But the Don Matrick era of Xbox, like, it's another nail in that coffin. If you remember, Xbox One launched with a Kinect bundled in. That was very much a focus. The Kinect came out with a 360, but it was a separate peripheral. It was very much the Xbox One and the Kinect were supposed to kind of be one and the same.
Essential for using the Xbox One.
I mean, yeah, they built the interface around it. They added Cortana to it, their weird Siri thing. They did a bunch of stuff around it. I don't think you could ever order a pizza with it, which is the real shame. That's what killed it. But yeah, I think to me this just kind of shows that maybe they're getting into some AR and VR for sure, but that's it. Like, there's no more. They'll never figure out another way to reutilize it. It's just, that's it. It's done. I think it's important because, like, the Kinect, for all its failures, was a really amazing piece of technology. Like, it's this camera that you can interact with. It was a good experiment when the Wii and PlayStation were telling everyone there's a sensor bar and you hold these things. Microsoft said, "Nah, fuck you. Why do you have to hold something?" I think that's bold, and I like when, especially big companies, especially when we look at AAA and they are so risk adverse. I like when companies try things. It's what makes Nintendo endearing with their terrible, terrible peripherals every 3 to 4 years, is you look at the peripheral and you say, why does the Wii Vitality sensor exist?
It doesn't exist. That didn't come out.
I know, but, like, why did they announce that on an E3 stage? I just like that stuff, and I like when companies try things, and then Kinect almost maybe could have worked. And, like, a part of me kind of wishes it would have, even though I haven't even touched or thought of the 2 Kinects that I own that are collecting dust somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, no more Kinect. If you want one, it's in a Walmart. It's probably not even at a Walmart, but you can get one, I guess.
I don't know. I've seen, like, fucking tons of Wii peripherals, like, for the original Wii at Walmart's. So
they probably made more Wii peripherals than they ever made Kinects.
I saw the U-Draw tablet at a Walmart.
Why didn't you get me a U-Draw tablet?
I'm sorry, I know it's a cultural relic, and
you were my friend. Why didn't you do that?
I'm sorry. I should have known. You were always saying, I remember now, it's all coming back to you. You were always saying, if you ever see a U-Draw tablet, like, the day we met, you were always like, it's great to meet you. If you ever see a U-Draw tablet, please, God, please.
Every day in your Twitter DMs, I just send, if you find a U-Draw tablet, buy it for me.
You just send me pictures of, like, you, and you're, like, sitting there, and you're, like, you're holding out your arms, but they're empty, and you're like, oh. If only you could draw me holding a U-Draw tablet.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on. Oh, someone have a question?
No.
Okay.
Oh, okay, sure.
Oh, wait, no. Did you?
What does this mean for future episodes of D4?
Swery has come out and said, like, that's dead.
Scott,
I know.
How could you
that's still really saddening, because D4 is such a good example of how you could use the Kinect and actually do something really fucking cool with it.
Remember,
there were good games for the Kinect. There were several, like, what were the ones from Tim Schafer's company? Those were pretty good.
The, like, party things.
Those were really cool.
Dance Central was pretty good.
Skyrim, you could say Fusro Da, and it sometimes did it.
Oh my god.
Moving on. Speaking of good news for Microsoft, I still see it to this day. I see people say PlayStation 4 won this console war, which in and of itself is a dumb statement to say, because who cares? But also, there seems to be this like acceptance that Xbox is floundering or dead.
Yeah, that's really weird to me.
Because, like, I get it. Like, the PS4 sold like super well, ridiculously well, but the Xbox One has outpaced the 360 day to day. Like, compared to like the time period from the 360 launch to its same time period from Xbox. Anyways, over the same time period, the Xbox One has sold more. But yeah, Xbox came out with some financials, and their softwares and services has grown by 21%. They have 13% more Xbox Live users, which is up to 53 million users. And their revenue it grew not by much, but they still have $2 billion in revenue just for the first quarter of it says 2018 Q1. I'm not sure what quarter that reflects, but they're doing really well. And the 21% growth in Xbox services is all digital and all game sales. So we often paint like this bleak picture of like for AAA. That's third party. Third party has to figure stuff out. Xbox, Sony, and Nintendo are doing not just well, but ridiculously well. All three of them. And that's good. It means that they all have the ability to compete with each other, and hopefully will start like legitimately competing with each other. Because it did feel like maybe the last year that all of them have kind of sat back and rested while waiting for the Switch to come out. And after the Switch is out and fucking swinging, I'm curious to see, especially Sony, because Xbox One X comes out this year. At least they have hardware out. Like Sony just has a year-old piece of hardware that people just aren't really into with the Pro. So I'm curious to see what they all three do to step up and keep their growth and keep their success if they can. So
yeah, you have to wonder. Like, I feel like there is just a lot more people spending money on entertainment nowadays, probably for good reason.
Yeah.
Like, maybe escapism is a little more necessary, but like, not just this, but like the movie industry is definitely growing a lot more. Like, a lot more people are going out and seeing movies, and like, it's kind of heartening to see a lot of like these companies selling more and more products, but also now they're being way more risk averse, which is strange because you have such a bigger demographic. You can try and do new things, but who knows? It
depends.
Yeah.
So first party tends to not actually be that risk adverse. Like you saw Microsoft cancel multiple projects, even though they were pretty far along, which is kind of, you don't do that. Like, yes.
Is this like D4 and this? It's like just knife twisting all the way.
But like,
Sony put out Bloodborne as one of like the primary games to sell the PS4, and that is a game for a very specific audience, and still managed to hit very well.
I wouldn't say that's a specific audience. They knew how well that would sell because of how Dark Souls 2 sold.
Sure.
I wouldn't call that a risk. But like D4 is a good example of risk taking. They put money behind that and said, let's make it. You're seeing them kind of stray away from the third party approach with microtransaction loot boxes, but you see a lot of standalone DLC like with Uncharted, where it's separated DLC, and that probably ends up like somebody might go play that standalone and then go like, oh, this Uncharted 4 is pretty good. I'll buy the original. They're not like taking a ton of risks, but like some of the remakes that Sony's doing are pretty risky. Like Shenmue, Final Fantasy, those could fail pretty spectacularly. Crash Bandicoot was kind of a risk. Just turns out that people love them some fucking Bandicoot. I have no clue what Microsoft is doing. I know some of their titles were canceled and moved around, but they're still risking a lot with their hardware. Like PS4 Pro is a risk, Xbox One X is a risk, VR is a risk. They're both doing that. So they're there. It's just Sony and Microsoft have different priorities, and EA and Activision and Ubisoft, they have one source of revenue. It's selling games on these consoles, or even PC. And when you sell the game on a console, the console manufacturers take a little bit away, whereas Microsoft and Sony don't need to worry about that. So if they spend a little bit more on a game, they still get most of it back if you buy it. Which is why Microsoft doesn't mind selling stuff on PC. It's like, we don't care where you buy it, as long as you buy it on something with a Microsoft logo on it. Give us that Skrilla.
Not to mention, like, owning Windows itself is a big part of it. And like,
it's owning Windows, and it's buying it. You're buying it through them more likely, which gives them again another larger piece of the pie. Which is why digital sales matter. It's why EA and other companies want you to buy digitally, even though it still gives a slice of the pie to the manufacturers of the hardware. It takes a slice of pie away from Walmart or Target or GameStop, and it also prevents the used game industry, which isn't just GameStop anymore. Target, Walmart, Best Buy, even Amazon all have used games sections now. So anything to remove feeding that cycle, anything to remove one more person taking money out of your pocket, like, publishers are going to find the way. Microsoft and Sony just want to make, like, tent poles that sell the hardware. And that's that. And then everything else is like, how do we make them buy more hardware? And then that's it.
Okay.
But they're doing well. Like, the only reason, and the reason they can do Pros and Xbox One X's is because they're doing so well. So they're taking those risks to future-proof themselves. Xbox wants to do it because the Xbox One and the 360 were weaker than their counterparts, and Sony wants to do it because why not sell more things? That's cool. So they're all doing well. So I guess that's good. I want them to compete more and risk things against one another, like they did with the Move and the Kinect.
Okay. Anything else you want to talk about, Michael?
Yeah, real quick. Fantasy Flight is a board game and card game manufacturer, and they are going to make themselves some video games. They founded Fantasy Flight Interactive. If you don't know who Fantasy Flight is, they make some Star Wars miniature games. They make a bunch of licensed board games. But their biggest title that will get anyone who plays it, like, a little crazy is if you just say the word Netrunner. Yeah, someone somewhere just ripped off their shirt and ran around the room because they heard Netrunner. They opened their own studio called Fantasy Flight Interactive, which will be headed up by the former studio head of Irrational Games and was the CEO of Human Head Games. So it's the guy who almost made Prey 2 and helped put out BioShock not Irrational. What was the third BioShock?
Infinite.
Infinite. So he helped push those out. So he's got some pedigree behind him. No clue what they're going to make. If you go to their website, which is linked in my article, it is literally blank. It just links to their press release that says, we exist.
That's kind of weird.
That's like,
yeah, I mean,
when they announced that Life is Strange, the new Life is Strange game, and I was trying to find who the heck Deck 9 was for the story, and they legitimately didn't even have a website.
It's frustrating when you look them up and you find their Twitter and you click on their Twitter and it has a link to what looks like a website and you click on it and it opens their Twitter.
Yeah.
And I have sat there and stared at my computer and said, well, fuck you then. I wanted to see what else you made. That's a little frustrating.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fantasy Flight is, I think they're kind of new in the board game scene, like only maybe 5 years. I only know them from the Star Wars miniature games, which are a little expensive. And someone reached out to us on Twitter and was talking about how some of the weird things they do when it comes to pricing some of their tabletop stuff. So I would hope Fantasy Flight Interactive is a little separate. I know tabletop pricing is occasionally ridiculous. So, and no word like what they're going to make. Are they going to make Netrunner, the video game? I have no clue. That seems like an easy way to make some money, but I don't know. And I wouldn't be surprised if we don't hear from them for a little while to see what they're making, because their website is blank. I assume they have very few employees.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Okay. Thank you, Michael.
You're welcome, John.
So I'm gonna be quick because I actually haven't been playing any games. The games that I want to play are on the way to my house right now because I had to order them from Amazon.
Hell yeah.
Not a lot of gaming from us lately. I mean, it's right around the corner, but
yeah,
it was a weird lull in October somehow.
And then 3 at once.
Yeah, and then I look at my wallet and cry.
And then all 3 of those games come out the day after we record.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's fun.
Yeah. It happens.
Yeah, it does. Nothing we could do about it, but, you know, come back next week, I guess.
Time travel.
Yeah, or just, you know, pretend
That's
that we're...
That's time travel.
Okay. Wow. That Mario game was really fucked up. Wasn't it weird that, like, Mario couldn't jump halfway through the game because Peach showed up and tied weights to his legs?
I thought it was really fucked up and like, sort of a commentary on like misandry in general, and but it was sort of ironic and, you know, in a very meta sort of way that only Miyamoto could have executed.
And
it was also
funny.
really weird how, like, actually taking the weights off was literally just exactly the scene from Naruto where Rock Lee
he was
off.
on the statue
like,
of
they
Bowser.
just ran that scene. Yeah. Like, not even... It was just that scene. It was really weird.
Oh, yeah. That was...
They just edited Mario's head over. It was Mario's... Yeah, it was specifically Mario from Hotel Mario, which was especially funny. Yeah.
Stained was playing over it.
I was gonna say, spoilers, Hotel Mario is in the game.
Yeah, that's a weird one, too.
See, I thought it was really weird when you almost beat Bowser and he just rips off his face and it's Bubsy and he's like, this is my game, and the Bubsy 3D title comes and then you're like, what have I been playing?
What could possibly go wrong?
And then Bubsy just sits on your screen and just laughs like maniacally, and then he says, I stole all the money out of your bank account.
Yeah, Bowser just goes, what could possibly go wrong? And just rips his mask off. This! Bubsy's face.
It goes blank, and then it's Bubsy's face, and then your social security number pops up.
Hey, well,
and then he
ashamed
winks.
if something happened to this.
He winks, and then it goes back, and it's Bowser dead, and it pretends like nothing happened.
Yeah, Bowser actually dead. He fucking dies.
Hey,
at the end
one
of the game.
time in New Super Mario Brothers, he falls into lava and then is a skeleton.
Yeah, that's true.
Bowser can regenerate when he falls only into lava.
But so I'll just talk about the one little bit of news that was crazy to see. So the Switch got its 4.0 update recently.
Yeah.
It was like 2 weeks ago. It was a while ago. But you know, they added a couple of like neat things. They added the video capture, but it's only for a handful of games, so it's like Mario Kart and Zelda and probably Mario when that comes out.
It's first party only, I think.
Yeah, something like that. They added some like little quality of life features, but the weird thing that happened is I don't know if y'all remember the GameCube controller adapter for the Wii U that came out for Smash 4.
Mm-hmm. Why would I know about something as innocuous as a GameCube adapter for the Wii U?
Yeah, I couldn't imagine anyone mentioning that and never shutting up about it. Not you, John. I just meant Melee fans.
You're walking on thin ice.
I don't mean you. You know this.
I mean you.
Just be careful. Anyway, the weird thing is that if you plug that into your Switch now, the GameCube controllers work.
Great.
So, for a while, people were kind of taking this as a like hint to either a Smash port, which everyone just seems to, including myself, thinks that that's just like an inevitability, or just the foundation for GameCube Virtual Console support on the Switch, which again, people, myself included, feel like that's an inevitability. But recently, Reggie Fils-Aimé was interviewed, and he full-on said that this was something that Nintendo was surprised about. They just added functionality for a wider variety of USB controllers, and I guess that just that was included. So yeah, I mean, you can use GameCube controllers for pretty much any Switch game. There are a couple of games that it won't work for specifically just because it doesn't have enough buttons. So something like Zelda, you can't really use it on. But I was playing Puyo Puyo Tetris perfectly fine.
Nice.
I saw a friend of the site, Miles Cox, actually, with the help of some other programs, set it up so they could use the Donkey Kong bongos for Thumper.
That's really good, actually.
Yeah,
that is exactly the thing Miles would do.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So does the DualShock 4 work? Can we make that happen?
I bet that there is some sort of like ADK or something that lets you do that already. I don't know. Maybe someday.
Yeah.
Look, the Joy-Cons are already fine to use, and like the Pro controller for the Switch is really good. Like, you don't really need to use a DualShock 4.
But what if I want to?
Talk to a doctor about that.
What if you got an ADK for the PS4 controller and an ADK for Animal Crossing Mobile, and played that on your Switch with the PS4 controller?
Something to think about, yeah.
Yeah.
Folks, let's move on to questions. Michael, if you would.
You can send questions to podcast@videogamechoochoo.com, but if you don't like emails because they're silly, stinky, smelly, and old, you can go over to videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask.
Is that,
as in, ask us a question.
Is that why Tumblr won't send me my email? Because they're smelly and old and they're trying to be hip.
Tumblr won't send you the email because they are bad. Shoeless writes in with a question that only John can truly answer, which is why I'm reading this one first, so that I can get it out of the way and move on with my life. Shoeless asks, recommend me some YouTube poops, please. I want some greatest hits.
Okay, so I'm just going to come out and say...
I'm going to limit you to 5. Okay, how about this?
No, that's too many.
Hold on. I'm going to limit you to 3.
Okay.
You have to choose 3, and I want... This is just for John, because Rose and Scott, you can each recommend one.
Yeah, I'll need one.
But
I ain't gonna. My hands are clean of this.
Good, because I'm not either. And John, you can give up to 3, but I want a sentence. One sentence. I will call you out if it's a run-on. I want a sentence why. We're going to start with Rose, so John can collect himself.
All right. Mine that I recommend is it's Frozen. It's Olaf saying sauce.
Sauce.
It's like astonishing.
I like how John knew it.
It's really good. That's all I gotta say. Just watch
John, all of us are gonna mute you.
I swear to fucking God.
So when you're done, send up a flare and we'll all come back. Go ahead.
Okay, well, all I'm gonna say is, like, up front, I'm just gonna say that a lot of, like, classic, air quotes, YouTube poops, unfortunately, have, like, at least one racist or sexist joke in it.
Do.
And
why are you defending?
I'm not defending it.
No, I get it. It's like
disclosure.
less a defense and more like a warning. It's
sure.
like, we were all young and dumb when this stuff was coming out, and it's like,
like, I absolutely...
Not to defend it, it fucking sucks, and I hate rewatching
We all
stuff.
laughed at a Dane Cook joke at least once.
No,
so.
don't speak for yourself.
But it's like, I watch that Giant Dad video every now and then, and that has like a really bad homophobic slur in it. And that's still a classic, and I hate it.
Yeah. All right, John, what are your YouTube poops?
All right, so...
Lay it on me.
Okay, so... A very good recent one is The King Hates Overwatch. Like, that has some of the best sentence mixing I have ever heard. It's so good. It
is actually really good.
That is
so fucking funny.
That just premise alone is astonishing.
Next.
Yet another, like, an absolute classic that you don't have to worry about any, like, racism or anything is Big Beat Mario. Because it's technically not, like, a YouTube poop. It's a YouTube poop music video. So it's just they just took a bunch of clips from Hotel Mario and turned it into a song, and it's like legitimately good. It's so good.
That one actually sounds somewhat interesting.
That
one doesn't sound like an abhorrent assault on my humanity.
Yeah, you should actually listen to Big Beat Mario. It's fun.
Maybe.
And I'm having trouble thinking of a third one.
What?
Yeah, because I mean, look, like I said,
you're like a YouTube poop library. You're a card catalog. You're like in those old card catalogs. You're just a big fucking wall, and I pull out a drawer and I just the Mario shits on Yoshi. Luigi has a bad day. Like you're just YouTube poop man.
Well, no, that's the thing, is like I said at the beginning, there's a lot of them that have, like, bad jokes in there, and I'm trying to think of one that doesn't, and it's legitimately hard, and it's upsetting.
Well, just give one, like, you give your disclaimer that these are terrible things. Think of one that you like despite the horrendousness that is contained within.
Alright, I'm trying to remember the exact name. I think it's a Captain Rescue with the pack of double mint gum. Something like that. You'll find it if you look that one up. That one's very funny, but there's like one part where like it doesn't even like it's not even like a part of the rest of the video. There's just like one part where they put in like a fucking really bad like scene of like a fucking country singer saying the N-word, and then it has nothing to do with the rest of the video, and it's so stupid. And I wish that they just didn't include it. But the rest of it is just a very funny Sonic YouTube poop. It's very good.
That reminds me of do you remember the I think it was Hey Dude on Nickelodeon. I think it's the one. And they had a camp. This may be a different show because they all run together. And they had at the beginning of this is a different show. Anyways, it was a show about a camp. And the camp was Camp Anawana. And at the beginning, they all sang, like, the camp song. And in college, we were all looking up, like, old shows we used to watch, like the intros. And we found this one, and we started listening to it. We went all the way through it. And in the original Nickelodeon show, when the bully, the tough kid, he changes the lyrics, and he goes, "Makes me want to fart." And he gets yelled at. In this this was not labeled differently. It was just called the show theme song. Instead, it's whoever made this video saying into a microphone, "Makes me want to come in my grandma's mouth."
Wow.
And that's the only change to this 3-minute long video. It's like 2 minutes and 30 seconds in. He just snuck that in there. I don't know why. That's YouTube.
Nickelodeon got really, really dark lately, huh?
Yeah, the 60s in that show just gets real weird, real avant-garde.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Next question comes in from Anonymous and asks, you can replace the protagonist of any game you want, but you have to do so by subbing in Scott Steiner in their place, the big bad booty daddy himself. What game do you choose?
Oh my god.
I got one right away.
All right. We're going to start with Rose, and we're going to go to John, then to me, and then we're going to let Scott ruminate and percolate and brew.
I need time. I need this.
Well, Scott, you'll be last. So, Rose, batter's up.
Axiom Verge, because I would do anything to replace that man.
All right.
All the science in the game is just replaced with his numbers.
I feel like Scott Steiner, even if you replaced all that, would still be very confused about why he was in that video game.
That's much better than the original source material.
God.
John.
I want Scott Steiner in Bloodborne.
Yes! I'm sure that exists already.
That is really good.
Sneaking up on wolves and ghouls and suplexing them.
What hat would you use for glamour for him? I'm trying to think. Because he has, like, the mesh, like, chainmail. You can easily make him in Dark Souls. You can't do it in Bloodborne.
Or just wear, like, the bucket helmet.
That might be good. That might be good, but then you wouldn't be able to see his, like, incredible goatee.
That's true.
The goatee's on the outside of the helmet.
Yeah, just, like, it levitates outside of whatever he wears.
Yeah. I would choose any of the Civilization games, and all the civilizations are different forms of Scott Steiner, and all the buildings and cities you build are Shoney's.
Oh my god, okay. So that's actually like not similar to my idea at all. I don't know why I almost said that. I don't necessarily want to replace the main character of a game with Scott Steiner, but I do want to have a Scott Steiner version of Cook Serve Delicious, where you are working at a Shoney's and it just Scott Steiner is shouting instructions at you the entire time. That would be the perfect video game.
I would want that only to hear Scott Steiner attempt to pronounce all the different food that's in there. Because I bet he can't say like omelet, like omelet, like what?
Omelet.
Just him yelling food and you having to decipher like, what does he mean by kern dog? Oh, it's a corn dog.
Petey.
Fuck. Can we just make this a Scott Steiner appreciation podcast?
It already is.
Yeah,
That's true.
It is. We just don't have to vocalize it because everyone knows already.
Oh, fuck.
Let's see. Let's move on. The Mighty Boo Stones asks, Mario and BJ Blazkowicz, friends, rivals, or lovers? They're lovers.
I want to say bar pals.
Yeah,
They're lovers.
Ooh, yeah, I agree with Scott.
Bar pals. They go out when they finish their job for the day. They just go out to a bar. They meet up there. They like talk, like have some small talk, but it's just like that nice interaction of knowing someone is next to you and you're drinking with them, and you can just say and then they can just go right back to you.
God, I'm just imagining BJ Blazkowicz like reacting to Mario, just being like, just like his fucking inner monologue voice, just like small Italian man, extremely excitable. A ray of sunshine in this world of darkness. Like,
Yeah, I think he would love him. I think he would take him out and woo him and betroth him. And I think the two would live happily ever after.
I think he would try to kill a Nazi with him. And, Mario is not necessarily pro-fascist, but I don't think he could do it.
Mario's very
maybe he
anti-fascist. He's lighting Goombas on fire.
Yeah, but he's like doing it for the kingdom.
It's true.
I feel like people are.
Fuck, that's pro-fascist, isn't it? Shit.
Like at least in Odyssey, like there are mayors in towns, so there is some voting.
Slippery slope. It's a slippery slope for Mario. And
I mean, it could be like a monarchy, like in the UK, where they still have a prime minister. They still have some representation.
Look,
that's true.
I'll be honest.
What is the government structure of Mario?
Well, there is a kingdom. It is an oligarchy.
Yeah.
Like, let's set that like 100%. But outlying like civilizations are probably their own isolated governments.
You know what? I'll be honest. I feel like the Mushroom Kingdom and all that, I bet it's similar to like how it is in Kirby. Because King Dedede doesn't actually like rule anything. He just lives in a castle and he calls himself king.
He sure does.
Wait, can I buy a castle and just call myself king?
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, if everyone just agrees to let you because it makes you feel better, yes.
Sweet. I'm going to do that.
If you own like a piece of land, you can rule over it however way you want to.
Anonymous asks in, and let's see, which one I want to do. Let's do this one. What's a scary concept that you've never seen utilized in a horror game?
Huh.
Never seen.
I don't think there's ever been a good, other than maybe QTEs, QuickTime events. I've never seen a good like chase scene. Like I've never felt like I'm being chased.
Have you ever played?
I don't know. The chases in Until Dawn are pretty fucking cool.
I haven't played Until Dawn.
They're good.
But aren't those QTEs or no?
I guess, yeah, but they're still interesting. Like the way that game handles branching and the way branching plays into those to those chase scenes even is really cool.
Have you played Dead Space 2 or 1?
No.
In Dead Space,
a little bit of one of them. I
think Dead Space 2 is better about this. In like the second to last chapter, or like the last two chapters, you're just followed by this invincible enemy throughout like the entire thing, and like you can stop them for a little bit, but like they keep chasing you, so the tension is like, I have to solve all these puzzles really quick, because otherwise that thing's gonna
That's
come.
really good.
And I think
It's
that's
really
a
stressful,
really good
yeah.
way. I think that is really good, but also
That's
right at the end.
Yeah, that's almost like Alien Isolation, but I feel like a lot of that is trying to sneak by the alien rather than being chased by the alien. Though technically you are being chased by the alien, you're just... The mechanics don't necessarily back that up. Then again, I never beat it, so who knows?
Mm-hmm.
John, you got any?
The fear of getting... having like 10 people unfollow you on Twitter all at once.
I know what I'm doing after the podcast.
I said 10 people, not one.
My
All 10 of his accounts.
My follow is worth 10.
It's worth 20.
Yeah.
It's double scary.
Next question. We've got, I think, 3 more. We actually just got one while we were talking. Anonymous asks, is that Five Nights at Freddy movie ever going to happen? Also, what other horror game would translate well to film? Movies actually take, especially movies with licenses, they sometimes take a while to like just get off the ground. You know, you get if you get a writer committed, the writer writes the story, then most likely a studio is going to rewrite it, usually several times. Then you hopefully get a director. Then you go into pre-production. If everything goes right, then you start making the movie. And that in and of itself probably takes about a year. So I assume it's still in pre-production. I want to know what happened to the Asteroids movie.
The trilogy, you mean? Because they planned a trilogy.
Was that the plan? Was 3 movies? Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like Discover the Asteroid.
I don't know.
The Asteroid Strikes Back, Return of the Asteroid?
Yep.
That's weird. Are there any horror games that you think would be good films?
You know, I feel like that Alien Isolation game might have a really good setting for some movies, but who knows?
Sure. They set it in like a prison? That'd be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that Chronicles of Riddick game.
It's a good idea, yeah.
Yeah. Slender Man would probably... I don't think...
No,
that was
Marble Hornets
creepy.
exists.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
I don't know. I think horror games pretty much kind of crib off of a lot of horror movies.
Yeah,
I think
totally.
they've already taken a lot of the aspects and the jump scares.
I was thinking about Resident Evil 7, and I was like, what if they made a movie about Resident Evil? And then it hit me.
Niles, and we're just perked up like he whipped the DVDs and the Blu-rays out of his pants because he always has them, and he's on a jet right now to your house.
I hadn't seen Leon Kennedy in the Resident Evil movies until earlier this year, and it still haunts me.
Oh no.
He has a beard.
It's something.
That's
He has
not
a
good.
beard.
He's ready to go.
Oh.
Did he have one in 6? I feel like he did. I feel like he got some
not.
stubble.
He did not have... He might have had,
Okay.
bare minimum stubble, but it was very, very little.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
He's supposed
just
to be the pretty boy.
A little stubby. Yeah. Well, he was based off Leonardo DiCaprio.
Uh-huh.
So...
Needs to be Bishonen.
Yeah, he really does, though.
Look, you mentioned Alien, and I do kind of feel like I bet Dead Space would make pretty okay movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
As long as they
Nothing
didn't
amazing.
make it the CGI movies that they made, because those are really bad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
This is the thing we're learning. A lot of horror games already come from movies or have
Yep.
movies.
Ugh.
Yep. Doom.
It's probably easier to think of smaller indie titles. I don't know if you could possibly do a Yume Nikki movie, but we'll see.
I'm making it now. I'm working on it.
I mean, if they did a Yume Nikki half an hour long anime OVA, that would be
Oof.
cool.
That
Yeah.
would be cool.
A full hour and a half movie though.
Moving on. Anonymous asks, how's each member of the crew celebrating this Halloween weekend?
Or this weekend.
This weekend, Halloween in general, the rest of October, your November, anything. Pick one.
Mario.
Wow. I'm gonna watch someone play Mario.
Nice. I'm gonna kick back with some nice pumpkin nog and get some presents under my pumpkin.
They could have said like under my skeleton, under my cookie.
I assume
candy bin.
Under his pumpkin meant that people are going to have to walk into Scott's room
Under
and like
his
slide a
pumpkin
present.
is not a good
under his
turn
butt.
of phrase.
No, I think it means his butt, and people are going to slide presents underneath, just like normal everyday presents. Just like here's a new video game, like slide it underneath the pumpkin.
I don't have enough of those. Just send me more.
I'm probably going to hand out candy and play video games.
Nice.
That's what you do. Like that's it there. Maybe watch baseball because the World Series.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna end up just handing out candy because, I mean, I kind of have to find out if kids live here though, because
No,
probably not. Yeah, so I'm probably just gonna buy a bag of candy and then eat it all myself.
Nice.
What if during the like Halloween baseball game they filled the ball up with candy, so when someone gets a home run they get a nice treat?
That's just a piñata, Scott.
That's
A
true.
very small piñata.
what if they replaced all the balls with piñatas?
That's Viva
I mean,
Pinata.
really hard to
Speaking
play.
of games they need to make into a movie, Viva Pinata.
Oh, fuck.
Yes.
Speaking of games,
I
they
bet
just need
there's
to make.
animated shorts of that.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Well, yeah, it was a
was a
cartoon.
TV show,
They
yeah.
made
Yeah.
it into a show.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
For kids.
If you say so.
For kids TV.
Final
better.
question. You can send questions by smelly, stinky emails to podcast@videogamechoochoo.com, or if you like smelly, stinky Tumblr, you can go over to videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ASK. That spells ask. Like Lady Halo asked us here, why the hell was everyone freaking out about Mario having nipples? Was it that shocking? I mean, why would he not have nipples?
Here's the thing. Mario is kind of like an idealized form of just like pure happiness.
Nipples
So,
aren't idealized?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But no, seeing anything that could refer to like anything sexual at all, like even nipples, probably is shocking to people.
I don't know. His mustache is very sexual.
It is.
His nose.
But like in certain communities.
His nose.
Just stick that nose right up
Look
your
at it.
ass.
Ah,
Yeah.
Whoa, John. Holy shit.
John!
And the podcast. That's it.
No.
Mamma
That's
mia,
it.
indeed.
Wow. This isn't where I put my pizza.
It is now.
Oh boy.
Folks, that will do it for this week's show. I would like to first off thank you three for being on the show, and also we have a new credit. You may have noticed at the beginning of this episode that there was a new song. The thing is that we got a new theme song. It is a little ditty by a band called Melt Channel. They are good friends of mine, and they let us use one of their songs as our new theme song. So I'd like you to, check out their Bandcamp. You just look up Melt Channel on Bandcamp. It's there. And the title of that song, if you're curious, if you want to, download it yourself, it's Crush. So just go onto the Melt Channel, meltchannel.bandcamp.com, and you can find the song Crush on the album. I'm looking at the album right now. The album is Magic is Real. I will definitely know that off the top of my head next week, because this is new. So I apologize.
Hey, you gotta practice it every single week.
Mm-hmm. So it's Crush off the album Magic is Real by Melt Channel on Bandcamp. So, feel free to download that, enjoy it, have a great time, because it's a great song. Like I have listened to Melt Channel for a while. Even if I didn't know who they were personally, I feel like I would still listen to their songs. But
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, Melt Channel's a great band. And I would also like to thank Niall for editing the podcast. And I would like to ask you all to check us out on Twitter at VGChoochoo, on Tumblr at videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com. Go on to iTunes and rate and review us if possible. And check out our Discord server at thegamezone.zone if you want to join in the conversation. That should do it. Is there anything else anyone wants to plug or anything?
Yeah, we just put out another episode of Wrestling on Air. It's our second one with Patrick Gill guesting, which is another really fun episode. We talk in this one about the new magician wrestler that's hitting the scene and who probably likes kissing a little too much. And also, we answer the question whether or not Randy Orton is a reptile man.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Fair question.
Is there anything else y'all want to plug? No?
No.
Fair enough. All right. That will do it for this week's episode. We'll see you next week with another episode of the Video Game Choo Choo Podcast. Good night.